Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We've got a highly requested, totally impartial showdown for you today. We're looking at the absolute heavyweights in the pocket gimbal space right now. The brand new DJI Pocket 4 and the Insta360 Luna Ultra. Ever since these two dropped, the creator community has literally been asking one massive question. Which one is actually worth your hard-earned cash? Well, we're going to break down the real-world experiences from some extensive field testing to figure exactly that out. Let's get into it. Okay, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at their similar basic specs. 2, the unique charm of the Luna Ultra. 3, the real-world experience of the DJI Pocket. 4, the difference in price. And finally, part 5, which one you should actually choose. All right, starting off with part 1, similar basic specs. Basically, the common ground between these two. So look, regardless of any brand loyalty you might have, both of these cameras are built on a really solid core dual lens architecture. You're getting a 20mm and a 60mm equivalent focal length on both. They also both give you built-in storage right out of the box, plus the ability to expand that with a micro SD card. Honestly, they're both incredibly capable tools, and at first glance, they produce final video results that are almost impossible to tell apart. But, you know, the devil's always in the details, right? Digging into those subtle technical differences, the DJI Pocket comes out swinging with a massive 103 gigabytes of built-in storage compared to the Luna's 47. But the Luna punches right back with a 17-stop dynamic range, beating out DJI's 14-stop. And when we talk resolution, the Luna pushes all the way up to 8K at 30 frames per second and 4K at 120. Meanwhile, the DJI maxes its top slow-mo out at 4K 240 frames per second. Though, as we'll see in a minute, there are a few catches with that. Moving right along to part 2, the charm of the Luna Ultra, convenience and color. Okay, so the Luna Ultra has some serious strengths. It's actually co-engineered with Leica, which means it delivers these absolutely gorgeous, moody color profiles straight to the memory card. The source testers pointed out that the calibration gives you these stunning greens and beautifully muted cinematic blues. Plus, it's this whole all-in-one magnetic package. You get a big microphone, a sturdy case, and an ultra-wide lens right from the jump. And since it's magnetic, swapping accessories is just unbelievably fast and intuitive. And that magnetic design brilliantly highlights one of the coolest things about the Luna, the detachable wireless screen. Just picture a day in the life of a solo vlogger. You can pop the screen off, hold the main camera unit behind your back for a really cool follow cam perspective, and actually hold the detached screen in front of you to monitor the shot. It's a total game changer. Not only does the screen act as a wireless mic, but it literally lets you walk forward safely without tripping over things while filming yourself from behind. It's just a totally fresh way to frame up your shots. But let's keep it grounded in reality here, because new tech almost always comes with a catch. The wireless screen is awesome up close, but if you step too far away, specifically past that 3 to 5 meter mark, the video feed just starts stuttering horribly, and the mic signal can actually drop out completely. So it works beautifully at arm's length, but for sure, it is not a long-distance wireless solution. There's also this other kind of quirky frustration with the Luna Ultra. If you leave the camera idle for a while, like over 2 hours, it completely cuts power to save battery. Which sounds great until you go to turn it back on to catch a spontaneous moment, and you're hit with this super sluggish 3 to 5 second startup delay. And you know, in the fast-paced vlogging world, waiting 5 seconds for your camera to wake up can honestly feel like a lifetime. All right, let's pivot to part 3, the experience of the DJI Pocket. Power and pedigree. Now, for video professionals, the DJI Pocket brings some distinct, undeniable advantages to the table. If you already own DJI drones or action cams, this just slides seamlessly into that ecosystem, often using the exact same apps and accessories. It also uses DJI's familiar D-Log color profile, making color grading an absolute breeze if you're already used to their workflow. On top of that, in heavy testing, DJI's object tracking algorithms still edge out the competition. It just locks onto subjects with amazing accuracy. Yet, for all that professional polish, it introduces this hyper-specific usability nightmare. If you buy the combo kit, you end up having to charge the main camera, the microphone, and the screen module separately. The testers noted that having to juggle 3 different cables just to make sure your rig is ready to roll is super frustrating, especially today when we expect a single centralized charging hub for everything. We also need to talk about the surprising limitations of the Pocket's 3x lens. The main lens is an absolute powerhouse, for sure, but the second you switch to the 3x, boom, you lose support for D-Log 2 color, your slow motion gets capped at 200 frames per second, and you can't hit that buttery smooth 240 frames per second at 4K resolution. Contrast that with the Luna Ultra, which actually lets you use its full suite of 10-bit logs and high frame rates across all of its lenses with zero restrictions. And then there are these minor, everyday usability quirks. Reviewers found that DJI's joystick zoom can actually be pretty jarring and robotic in the final footage, whereas the Luna pulls off digital zooms incredibly smoothly. Also, when the DJI is powered off, the gimbal mechanism kind of rattles around in your bag, which sounds a bit unnerving. The Luna cleanly locks its motors in place, so it feels way more secure. Oh, and if you want an ultra-wide lens on the DJI, you've got to buy it separately and twist it on manually, instead of just using a quick magnetic snap. Let's jump into part 4, the difference in price. For the base model of the DJI Pocket 4, you're looking at 19,990 Thai baht. That makes the DJI the more budget-friendly entry point if you're just looking for the camera and the standard essentials. Back to back with that, the base model for the Insta360 Luna Ultra comes in at 23,999 Thai baht. So right away, you can see the Luna commands a premium from the get-go. But hang on, let's see what happens when we upgrade to the creator kits. When you compare the upgraded packages side by side, the math gets really interesting. The DJI combo sits at 23,390 baht, which adds the Mic 2 and a frame attachment. The Luna Creator combo jumps up to 29,999 baht. Now yes, the Luna is roughly 6,000 to 7,000 baht more expensive, but it packs in a massive amount of extra gear. You get that detachable mic and screen combo, the magnetic ultra-wide lens, and an extended battery. So you're paying more, but you are undeniably getting a whole lot more versatility in one box. Which brings us to our final section, part 5, which one to choose. Okay, so here is the absolute most crucial takeaway. During a side-by-side blind test by the source reviewers, they admitted they honestly could not tell the final video outputs apart. The image quality, the stabilization, it's all phenomenally close. What this means for you is that your final choice really shouldn't be based on which camera has the quote-unquote better raw image quality, because it's effectively a tie. Your decision needs to be based on workflow and features. And one big workflow factor is peace of mind. DJI has a super established network of service centers and a proven track record for repairs. Insta360, at least in certain regions highlighted in the test, has recently switched to a new local distributor. While their old distributor was great, the new one is relatively unproven when it comes to handling long-term claims for this specific camera line. It's a small detail, sure, but a really important one when you're making a long-term investment. Ultimately, this showdown comes down to two very distinct user profiles. If you already own DJI gear, you want seamless integration, you prefer the D-Log workflow, and you're looking for a slightly more budget-friendly entry, then the DJI Pocket 4 is absolutely your camera. On the flip side, if you want incredible all-in-one convenience, you love those moody Leica colors straight out of the camera, and you really appreciate innovative stuff like a magnetic ecosystem and that wild wireless monitor screen, the Luna Ultra is the way to go. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I'm going to leave you with a thought to help you decide. Take a look at your gear bag, think about how you actually like to shoot, and ask yourself honestly, are you buying into a trusted ecosystem, or are you paying for ultimate out-of-the-box convenience? Both are incredible tools, but only one is the right tool for you. Thanks for hanging out with me on this deep dive, and keep creating.